Focus seems to be a rare skill these days. It's never been easier to be a productivity machine, but it's also never been easier to be constantly distracted. Seems like most of us can't stay on task long enough to see meaningful progress towards our goals. So reclaiming your focus is necessary to make effective progress in your life. I wanted to learn how to improve this skill because my focus used to be non-existent. Other than the gym or video games, I really couldn't concentrate on anything for an extended period of time. So I wanted to fix that. So this video is going to be the first of many in a series where we look at how we can improve the way we use our brains to live a more intentional, enjoyable, and fulfilling life. All right, in order to reclaim your focus, you need to understand first what is ruining it. The first problem is distractions, both physical and digital. So this ranges from a cluttered desk space, your environment, your phone, and what you got going on your computer. Each one of these isn't major, besides maybe the phone, but in their own little way, they add up to distractions that inevitably steal your focus and take away your time. So, cluttered desk space. This one's probably the easiest. If you have a messy desk and you have papers everywhere, wires everywhere, and it's just unorganized, your brain is going to register all these different things when all you want to be focused on is the one thing at hand. So you got to clean that up. So get rid of the papers, get rid of the cables. Maybe you can have a plant there. You should not have food everywhere. Maybe a water, coffee. Very minimal, just what you need to focus and get work done. Number 2 is your environment. If you're in a loud place, there's people talking, shouting, music playing loud, lots of activity, you're not going to be able to focus as well as you could if you were in a relaxed spot with headphones in and not much else going on. So this might not always be possible depending where you're at in your career, but if you can, try to at least put headphones in, block out some noise, play some chill music, and really just make sure that you're not registering all the different distractions going on the side. You shouldn't be stopping work every 5 minutes to have a side conversation or get up and go do something else. You need to be building the concentration muscle, and having lots of people around you, lots of conversations going on, breaks your focus. And the phone is a big one. I don't really have my phone near me anymore when I'm trying to work. At the bare minimum, silence it, put it on Do Not Disturb, shut off notifications, and just toss it somewhere. Should not be in your peripheral. If you can see it, your brain is registering it, and you're subconsciously going to be thinking about it. So get it out of your sight, silence it. It should not be notifying you, should not be distracting you at all. When you take your breaks, you really shouldn't even be going back to it, maybe once an hour, every 2 hours. But if you're stopping every 10 to 15 minutes to check your phone, that's a big problem. And lastly, just clean up your laptop or your computer, whatever you're working on. You shouldn't have a shit ton of tabs everywhere. It should just be the 1 to maybe 3 things that you're going to be working on for the next block. And this will help just eliminate extra distractions and things that your brain's going to register. Problem number 2 is your brain being wired for instant gratification and not delayed gratification. Between the content we consume and the easiness of the world we live in, short-term gratification is just pushed upon us. And if you don't create space for long-term goals and delayed gratification, you're not going to be focused on the long term, and you're just going to be focused on your immediate present, and that shortens your attention span and shortens your focus. So like I said, short form content, lack of long-term goals, and then lastly, not being intentional with your time. I'll explain that one in a bit. We all know short form content isn't the best for us, but we still use it. So you should try to limit its use. Definitely do not use it in the morning or night. Be intentional with it. And when you do consume content, try to focus more on long form content like books, articles, YouTube videos, podcasts. That'll help build your attention span, because you're not just scrolling and getting a new dopamine hit every 30 seconds. And then being more intentional with your time. You shouldn't be picking up your phone at the slightest distraction. When you build in periods of focus and you're intentional with what you're going to do in that time block, it helps build your concentration muscle. And alongside that is setting intentional long-term goals, which will build delayed gratification. So, for example, the gym. The gym takes time. You're not going to see results within a week or even a few months. It takes time. And when you can delay the reward of looking good, getting in shape, all that comes with it, then you're just going to strengthen that long-term muscle. And the last category is weak mental strength, kind of an umbrella term. If you haven't worked on your focus or just your brain strength in general, you're gonna be able to be more distracted easily. You won't be able to focus as much. You won't be able to concentrate for as long. And it's kind of just like a whole bunch of little things that is like your body. You need to build up the strength of your brain. And when you do this, it trickles into the other areas that we talked about earlier. First, and honestly pretty important to all of this, is focusing on a healthy lifestyle. So you should be sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night. You should be exercising and eating a good diet. Those are honestly should be baseline functioning human being. If you can't do those 3 things, you have a big problem. That's where you need to start. So focus on getting good sleep, eating good, and working out. And that'll probably solve like 50% of people's problems. And then like fixing short form to long form content, you need to fix your information diet. So not only do you want to consume longer form, but you want to consume better content. So it shouldn't just be 30-minute Mr. Beast videos once a week. It should be educational videos, educational books, what you're curious about, not just some random BS. And when you take in better information, you have better thoughts that not only can produce better work, but it doesn't distract your brain like random short form content that isn't meaningful would. Another technique to help focus is the Pomodoro technique. Just 20 to 25 minutes of concentrated focus on one task. Timer goes off, you have a 5-minute break. Don't look at your phone, take a break, breathe, stretch, give your brain a break without stimulating it more. I know it's hard, but if you can build this up, it makes the world of a difference. And then you go back and do another 20, 25-minute time block, and you keep repeating that. And that is how you get shit done. And it really works. It really does. And lastly, mindfulness and meditation. This helps you become aware of your thoughts and focus on what matters and discard what doesn't. I know people sometimes have hesitation with meditation, but it actually does work. It helps you detach from your thoughts. Like, okay, this random thought popped up in my head about a monkey I saw on TikTok. I don't need to focus on that right now. Goodbye. And then when you have useful thoughts come in, they can also be distracting, but you don't need to focus on them at the time. So you can be like, maybe I'll store that for later. And it just helps you see what's going on in your head and not just run rampant with thoughts that you don't need at the time. So those are the main things to focus on to regain your focus. It really starts with a healthy lifestyle and then working on your mental strength. So you kind of got to work backwards. But also clearing up your physical and digital environment, eliminating distractions, and then focusing more on long-term goals, long-term problems, and not immediate gratification. And eventually, if you do all these, I know it's a lot, but your focus will start to build. It's a muscle, like anything. You got to work on it, and it'll get better with time. But if you feel like your brain is really fucked right now, check out this video that's going to go more in depth on how to unfuck your brain.